What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be starting our Databricks series. Now, Databricks is an amazing platform. I've been using it for many years, and it's built on top of Apache Spark, which means it is very good at handling large amounts of data. It's designed for entire teams of data engineers, data analysts, data scientists to work with data collaboratively. So that means ingesting the data, analyzing the data, and visualizing data all in one place. In this lesson, we're going to be diving into Databricks and look at some of the core functionality and features that Databricks Free Edition has to offer. And then in the next several lessons, we're going to get really hands-on and start digging into these features and start building things out. With that being said, let's jump on my screen and get started. Before we jump into the platform itself, I just want to show you that this is where you sign up. So I'm going to have this link down below. So you can just click on it, you can create an account, and you can sign in. There's no credit card information that they take. You just literally sign in and you are good to go. But on this page, you can sign up for the free edition or log in, which we'll log in just a second. But you can also learn a lot more about Databricks Free Edition and everything that they have to offer. You can see that they have built-in AI agents and they have AI built in, and that is something that we're going to cover in this series. You can also visualize your data and create full dashboards. And of course, you can interact with your data with Python and SQL, either through notebooks or through a code editor. Let's go back up and let's go and sign up for the free edition. All we have to do is log in. You can do that with Google, with a Microsoft account, or just an email. I'm going to sign in with my Google account. And all I have to do is say where I'm from. So this is Alex. We have the free edition and I'm from the United States. Let's go ahead and click continue. And just like that, we are signed up for the Databricks Free Edition. It was about as seamless as it can possibly be. Now, there's a lot to cover. Databricks has so many different features. They have so many different things that you can do, from building interactive dashboards to writing SQL queries and sharing that with your team and being able to work with your team. You can even build AI agents. There is a lot of things that you can do. And some of this might be a little bit intimidating if you've never used a platform like this before. If you're used to just working something like SQL or R or Tableau, it's a little bit more advanced than that. So there's a lot of things that they have that are all combined into one place. And so we're going to walk through a lot of these things that you see on this left-hand side to see exactly what you can do in Databricks. Now I'm going to start at the very top because this is a workspace, and a workspace is basically the place that you work and you can collaborate in as well. So you can give your teammates access to your workspace. So if you have data in here, if you have code in here, if you have visualizations, whatever it is, you can share that with them and they can get access to all of your work. Next, let's go to catalog. You can think of catalog as like a schema. So if you have a schema in a database, you're going to have all of your tables and your views and your stored procedures and everything underneath it. And this is very similar. So if I go into a workspace, or if I go down here into the samples, we have different databases. And so we can click into these databases and we can look at all these different tables. And so this is where you're going to have access to view all of your data and files and tables within Databricks. Next, let's take a look at jobs and pipelines. This is where we start getting into some automation. So here we have an ingestion pipeline, an ETL pipeline, and a job. And each of these does a slightly different thing. If you create an ingestion pipeline, that's going to be like the extraction of the ETL process. You're extracting data to bring it in. Then we have our ETL pipeline, which is the entire process of transforming it, loading, and actually putting it into a table within Databricks. And then we have our jobs. So that's going to orchestrate it. We're going to be able to say, here's when we actually run these pipelines so that we can time it. We can do it, daily, weekly, monthly, whenever we want to run these pipelines. So we don't have any created, but when we do, they'll be down here at the bottom. Next, let's look at compute. Now, compute is very simple in the free edition because you don't have any options here. We just have our serverless starter warehouse. This is what you get for free with the free edition. Now, if you go to the full Databricks product, then you're going to be able to kind of customize your compute to your needs. But for this free edition, we have the owner, we have the size, which is a 2x small, and then we have whether it's active or not. Now, right now, we're not running anything. We're not looking at any tables. We're not running any queries. So it's not active at the moment. But the second that we open something up and start working with real data, it will activate this serverless compute and we'll be able to use it for free. One small nuance to this is there actually is one other type of compute, you just can't see it, and that's for when you run Python in a notebook. It's called a generic compute. It's just for that one specific use case. For the most part, you're going to be using this serverless compute, but I thought it was worth mentioning. Notice when I clicked on compute, it also took me right down here to the SQL warehouse. This is our SQL warehouse that we are using. Next, let's go down to the marketplace. Now, the marketplace is basically just, hey, here's a lot of companies that work with us, that we partner with, we have connectors to, and we have, partnerships with, and it allows you to work with them a lot easier. So here we go, partner connect integration. So if you want to connect to Fivetran, to Power BI, to Tableau, DBT, Prophecy, you can easily connect to these. I know at my previous job, I connected it with Power BI a lot. And so these are great connectors where you can just kind of search and you can see, hey, do they connect to this tool that we use? And most of the time they do have that connector. Now the marketplace has other things as well. If we come over here to products, we have things like tables or files, which is data. You can also search for models and notebooks and all sorts of other things. So you can come in here and we can search for files. And so these are all free resources and files that you can search for and use. If you can't find data here in the marketplace, you can always just go to something like Kaggle and get free data and bring that into Databricks as well. Now let's come over here and go to the SQL editor. You can see we have kind of these larger overarching sections up here, but then we have SQL, and then we have data engineering, then we have AI and machine learning. Right now we're in the SQL section. So right in here, we're able to come in and we're able to write SQL just like any other platform. The neat thing about this though is that they have AI integrated into it. It helps a lot with writing some of the base queries that you're gonna write. Now we're gonna have a whole lesson on Genie, and so we're gonna dive into that and see how you can generate code and do a lot of different things with Genie, which is their AI system within Databricks. And Genie just allows you to get insights from your data just using natural language. But you'll be able to write SQL right here in this editor, as well as have multiple tabs and choose what workspace you are working in. Right now we're just on the default, but if you had different workspaces, you'd be able to just click on those and select where you want your queries to be pointed at. Next, let's take a look at our queries. So once we get in and we start developing all these queries, we want to save them. And organization is a big piece of that. I know that I used to have like 20, 30 different kind of queries that I was saving on my file explorer back in my old job. And then I started working in Databricks. I'm like, hey, I can just save those within this. And then I don't have to email someone my query and then they pull it up and copy and paste. Like it's all here within Databricks, which is really great. Next, let's go look at dashboards. Now, these are some sample dashboards, and we're gonna have a whole lesson on analyzing and visualizing data within Databricks. So we'll be able to build something like this. But let's click into one of these dashboards. Right here, it says my warehouse is starting. That's because it's connecting to the data to be able to visualize our data. So let's get rid of this filter really quick. So this is what our dashboard looks like, and you're able to create all these different visualizations. You're able to drill down into the data, and this is all connected to data that is already in Databricks. So it's all in one place. Next, let's go take a look at Genie, and they have a whole section just for this. And they also have an entire section that is just devoted to this warehouse. Now, this is something that a lot of platforms are trying to build to, but Databricks already has it, which is they have all the data, they have the ability to query and analyze and visualize data all in one place, but being able to use AI with it to get a lot of those things done faster. And so you can ask it questions and it's gonna prompt you because this is kind of a starter section. And you can ask it questions and it's going to run these queries and it's going to get you that information really quickly. In one of our future lessons, we're gonna be diving into just Genie, focused only on what it can do, how it helps you analyze your data faster, and how it can be really useful to you as a user. The next thing that we're gonna take a look at is alerts. Now, an alert is basically like a trigger. When a condition is met, it's going to do something. And so you can customize these alerts and set these conditions and they'll email you or they'll message you when these conditions are true. Now, in this section up here, this is we're going to be spending the majority of our time. There are other things like the job runs, which is where you can create your jobs or just part of these jobs and pipelines. And then of course, the data ingestion as well, which allows you to connect to your data. So if you have a data source that you want to point at, maybe it's Google Analytics, you can just click on this and connect to your data. Or if you just want to upload a file, you can do that as well. Down here, we have our AI and machine learning section. So you can click on the playground. This is another area where you can interact with the AI within Databricks, and you can select some custom parameters as well as the prompts that you are using. We can also look at experiments. This is where you can build out AI agents and machine learning models and you can actually test them out. And so this is a fantastic place where you can actually learn how to use a lot of these foundational models and you can take the data and you can deploy it and you can work through these issues and really learn hands-on how to work with them. Naturally, they're gonna have AI integrated into all of this, so you can work with the Databricks Assistant to get help with all of your coding. So as you're going along, if you get stuck, you can always get help with your code. As I said before though, we are gonna be spending most of our time right up here. Of course, we'll need to ingest our data. But after that, we're gonna be spending a lot of our time visualizing, seeing how we can work with our data and how we can use their integrated AI to be able to do our work faster. At the end of this entire series, we'll be building a full project using a lot of the things that we're gonna be looking at in this series. I think building and getting hands-on is the best way to learn, so I cannot wait to get started on that. Before we go, I wanna give a huge shout out to Databricks for sponsoring this series. Databricks is an amazing platform that I've been using for many years, and I did not even know that they had a free edition like this. And so when they said we have a free way for you and everybody else to learn Databricks, I was like, I absolutely want to be part of this. I was so excited. So thank you again for sponsoring this series. Again, click on the link in the description to get started using Databricks Free Edition, and I will see you in the rest of the series as we get really hands-on and start learning Databricks. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.